Hello everyone, just want to make sure you guys can all hear me. Does it sound all right? Okay. Yes, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you all so much for being here. Yeah, whether you drove in today or you flew in or from whichever community you came from, we just really want to thank you for coming. Thanks to all the family for being here. Thanks to all the special guests. Thanks to all of Aki's friends and people that he interacted with throughout in his life. Just for everyone being here, we really appreciate you all. And I know Aki would be so happy seeing this moment of everyone being here, gathering to see him as he transitions. And this is not just the end of Aki's life here, but this is really a celebration of everything he accomplished in his life and everything he did, and all the people he affected. So today will really be a wonderful ceremony, really honoring Aki, and yeah, it's so great that all you guys can be here today. So yes, and just to introduce myself, I'll be the MC for today. My name is Danny, and I'm actually married to Aki's older sister, Lena. So yeah, I'm very grateful to be a part of the family, and yeah, I'm also very honored to be the MC. Aki meant a lot to me, so yeah, to be here is really, I'm very happy to do this and very happy to be the MC, very honored. So yes, yeah, I guess just some basic orientation. If you guys have any other questions, there's ushers all around helping with bathroom locations, things like that. And they'll be around in the corners. So yes, just to get started, we will have our opening songs, and we have a song team. So I would like to welcome up the Carp song team.
So if you look inside your pamphlet, there's a piece of paper with lyrics on it. We'll be singing two songs, See Through Children's Eyes and If Late Blues. All right, you can ask me to start. And the second song will be If Life Were Gracious Enough.
All right, thank you to the song team. That was beautiful. I really feel like those were perfect song choices. Especially the first one, I just kept thinking, see through children's eyes. I really feel Aki had that heart, that pure child heart, so pure, so innocent, just seeing the world from that perspective. So thank you for those beautiful songs opening up our program. Now we'll have our opening prayer and invocation. I'd like to welcome up Mr. Matthew Leary.
Good morning. It's beautiful to see all of our family here. This is really nice. So let's bow our heads in prayer. Heavenly Parent, thank you for this beautiful day, this beautiful time, this beautiful experience we can all have here together as your children. We are here, Heavenly Parent, not just from our own will, but from the will of Jesus, the will of our true parents have brought us here. This is why we're here. We're here to really celebrate your life and your presence here on earth. We pray so much that you can be with us now, each one of us now. We're all here. We all have our own relationships with you. We're all on our own path and our own journey. But we can pray with you, and we can be here with you. We pray that you could be with each one of us, especially now. We celebrate this beautiful time, celebrate Akinobu's life, celebrate all the experiences he's had, and we can really feel his liberation and his entering of the new, wonderful, peaceful world in your bosom, Heavenly Father. We're all destined to go there at some time. go into your bosom, and we're so grateful for this. Again, we pray for your presence. We pray for you to be here now with all of us together as a family. We pray this in the name of Matthew, Steve Leary, the Leary Message family. I do.
All right, now we'll get into the part kind of where we'll be able to hear more about Aki's life and more about different highlights and just details of his wonderful life. So to go into the eulogy reading, I would like to welcome up Aki's oldest sister, Sumi Iwasaki.
If anyone needs some water, there's some in the back. I'm gonna take a quick sip, okay? I was too nervous, so I couldn't open it and drink it while I was sitting down. And up here, excuse me. Hi everyone. We have a great team here. Thank you so much for all the prep, to all the people who came out here today, all the people who helped us behind the scenes, and everyone who came out here today. I don't know if one is enough. Can I get a box up here? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Our family is so blessed to have the support of every single one of you here today. Thank you. I'm worried. I added few paragraphs to the eulogy, so I thought it was gonna take just 5 minutes, but this might take a little longer than I thought. But I think Aki's okay with that because we're talking about him right now, so. Aki's okay with that, right? Yeah, he said okay. He said okay. And Aki, I just want to say thank you for joining us today. I know you probably wanted to keep watching your favorite basketball players play on courts and practice. Maybe you were with Hachimura in Japan, but thank you for making time in your busy schedule to join us today. Thank you. This is all for you. So here's some highlights of Aki. So Akinobu Iwasaki was born in Sapporo, Japan at Angel Hospital under the Franciscan Order on November 29, 2003. And this church also happens to be under the Franciscan Order. So he came back full circle. He was born and raised as the sixth son and third son I can't see. Shota and Yuki Iwasaki. He has 3 great brothers and 3 wonderful, beautiful sisters. He never said beautiful, but I know he meant, I know what I was thinking. Okay, I have all to say now. Okay. He spent the first 3 years of his life at his grandparents' home with all of his siblings and mother. Since he was the youngest child at the time, before Shohei came along, he received much love from everyone around him. Akinobu, with adorable eyes and a bright smile, was the grandparents' favorite. We all agree, so don't worry. His grandmother, who is endearingly referred to as Oba-chan in Japanese, especially loved him dearly. I think she's sitting with Aki here today. That was from 2003 to 2006. From the year 2006 to 2007, the Iwasaki family lived in Red Hook, New York, near the Unification Theological Seminary, before settling down in Philadelphia in 2007. It was here in Philadelphia where Aki attended his very first school at Robert B. Pollock Elementary School. He then studied in Austin Middle School, and finally went off to George Washington High School and graduated this past summer. During his school years, he involved himself in all kinds of extracurricular activities, such as track and field, tennis, wrestling, and cross country, all so that he can stay in shape year-round for his utmost favorite sport, basketball. I see some nodding in the crowd, we all know. His dream, he loved the sport. It was his passion. His dream was to play in the NBAs. Everything he did revolved around basketball. His first encounter with basketball was with his older brothers. I believe Nori specifically. They brought him to the backyard to teach him how to dribble and shoot. He was new at it and knew nothing about it until then, but fell in love with the sport. Ever since, you would see him playing basketball with his brothers, his dad, and friends. When he was not playing with anyone, he would be practicing on his own. He also always looked forward to playing against his brothers, older brothers. That was his way of measuring his progress. His dream was to become like the Japanese professional player Yuki Togashi and play in the NBAs. Aki was the embodiment of perseverance. He never gave up on the things he loved. To achieve his dreams he would spend hours and hours studying and practicing new skills and training methods without concern for time. As he was someone that always worked on self-discipline, he was self-motivated and would push himself to the limit to overcome his own weaknesses every single day. The people who saw him could surely attest to the efforts he poured out. During the last 2 years of high school, you could find him working as a line chef. When school would be out during the summer, he would work with Michael Diamond, building confidence in other areas of his life. That was his first boss. He was so motivated to work because he knew it would lead to be a more confident version of himself on the court. Despite his dreams and the work he put in, he often experienced anxiety and nervousness. He'd come off the court sometimes saying how he couldn't play his fullest. He knew that frustration of his performance not matching up with his efforts very well. He loved smack talking, but could turn around and humble himself enough to ask for any advice on the sport if it meant going a step closer to his goals. Aki was not only devoted to basketball, but to his family too. He loved spending time with his family, simply enjoying their presence. You didn't have to do much with Aki, just invite him to something, and he'd be there, willing to learn a new skill or just tag along. And maybe that is why, and that is how he discovered his love for basketball too. He just said yes to all the different opportunities. I recall before he got really into basketball, he was a great long-distance runner, great endurance and consistency, enjoyed jogging with the big guys. I know Aki considered himself big too, but he was like with the big guys, you know? My dad, so he would run with my dad and a fellow karate master. Remember that, Aki? He was a small 6-year-old keeping up with 2 full-grown adults and their dog for miles. What a sight. In the end, it was basketball that gave him all the things he liked. Growth, people, the big brothers, dad, other like-minded individuals, and opportunities learning and teaching, and joy in one's progress. Seeing him earnestly challenge himself and be so diligent about it has touched and moved all of our hearts. He knew what to say to push you, frustrate you, make you feel understood, and need you. He was a pure-hearted soul who at any moment valued righteousness and basketball. Throughout all of his ups and downs, he never gave up, he never stopped loving, and he never abandoned his principles. One of his favorite quotes that he used was, "I really feel like I'm the process, like the process is about me." It was quoted by 76ers player. That was Aki, constantly reminding himself that he was exactly where he needed to be to face himself with his eyes focused beyond what we could see. Akinobu Iwasaki, you are and will be forever a compassionate, diligent, loving, kind son and brother and friend. And you have peacefully, physically, and now spiritually ascended into the spirit on October 11, 2023. He is now survived by his parents, Shota and Miyuki Iwasaki, and 2 older brothers, 3 older sisters, and one younger brother. He will eternally be remembered and loved by all who knew him. Aki, your legacy of perseverance and compassion will forever live on. Signed, your older sister, Sumi. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sumi. That was just very beautiful just to hear about his whole life. Even some things I didn't know, but it's really amazing. So thank you for that detailed overview of Akinobu's wonderful life. Now, not only to go along with the words and the details of the life that he lived, we also created a video tribute that we will show, and that was created with a lot of work from Aki's older sister Lena, and also myself. I did help a bit. So yeah, we're going to be playing out on the screen over there. Hope you guys enjoy it.
It's tough. Next time?
No more.
No more?
Let's go home, bro. I'm gonna need a substitute here. You guys tell which part Lena made and which one I made. Yeah, I mean, I know he would be so happy to see his highlights. You know, because he had a lot. You know, we were looking through a lot of film. There was a lot more we could have put. And yeah, it's amazing that there's all these pictures and videos too. And going back to something Seong said, he was so diligent with his training, and he really didn't care about time. And I know that because actually a lot of these clips to find, I did look through his phone, the ones where he's shooting on his own. And if you look at the time on them, some were like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and I'm just thinking, wow, that's crazy. I see it's dark outside, but I was thinking it might be 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. We're looking at the time stamp, it's 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. Still training, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's raining. He's, always working hard and never giving up on anything he wanted to do. Yeah, so just amazing. And we will have it up later on social media if you weren't able to see it so well. So you guys can watch it as many times as you want. If you have videos of it too, you can add to it as well. And we just keep reliving these highlights. So now we'll go into our musical offering of 2 songs before we get into testimonies. So yes, I would like to welcome up our singers, Yejin, An, and Stephanie. Please give them a round of applause.
Hello everyone. I feel really honored to sing for the family and for Aki and I didn't know Aki well, but I know his sisters well, and they're really powerful people, so I felt I had to offer something for Aki. And yeah, even though we've never met or anything, I still feel like this is a community where we're all brothers and sisters, and so I wanted to do this for my brother Aki. Oh, the song is called Journey. And I think we have a very unique situation, and it's kind of like a goodbye song, but of course it's not goodbye, right? He's still here, but physically not here. So it's kind of like a lullaby. That's how I like to think of it. Hopefully it'll cover him too.
actually have some opening words from a special guest. And our special guest today will be Dr. Michael Jenkins, the chairman of UPF USA. And yes, please everyone help me welcome Dr. Michael Jenkins.
So grateful that true parents can be so proud of Aki and the Iwasaki family. And I'm so grateful that Shota called to me to ask if I could just say something. But we're so proud of your family. And Aki, you are really a great representative of a family of tremendous love. I'm so proud of Shota. Ryuk-san, because whatever mission came, they devoted everything to it, and the family always supported. We had times our family, we were together when Sunduk and Noritaka were there, and Sumi was a little baby. And that love, the love of this family really represents true parents' love, the love of God. So I'm so proud of you and so honored to be here with a true blessed family. Aki, we can see in your life so much love and joy, and I know you go to the highest place now, and you will be happy. And I'm so grateful for also the example that Shota did and Ryuk-san did as pastors of our family church through thick and thin, and the whole family grew up in that kind of tradition. It's never simple, never easy. But we can see today, true parents' joy to see this beautiful church filled with all of our generations. And it really is representative of our younger generation. Aki's going to heaven now, has to be connected with some kind of providential condition with such a pure heart, pure life. So I just want to read and thank you, Raycon, and thank you, our family, thank you, James, came with us. I'd like to read from Isaiah 41:10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. I will uphold thee with the right hand of my love and righteousness. God bless you, Aki-san. Congratulations on your transition to heaven. Thank you, Shota and Ryuk-san, family, and relatives. Thank you. We love you.
Thank you, Dr. Jenkins, for your message. Okay, now we will go into our testimonies. We have 4 wonderful testimonies prepared for you guys. The first person that will give the testimony is a good family friend of the Iwasakis, also an older brother in the community of Philadelphia. And as Sumi mentioned earlier, this was actually Aki's first thoughts in helping him work and teaching him many different things. And he worked in the kitchen, and I've often heard that this brother would help him out a lot and talk him through different things. So he has great personal experience with him. And for our first testimony, I would like to welcome up Michael Diamond.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
amazing seeing so many people here. I think definitely Aki would be pleased to see a packed stadium. I want to tell you guys about Aki that I know. I think that Aki could be really quiet in big crowds. I think that it wasn't always so apparent who he was. He's got a lot of famous older brothers and sisters, and I got to spend a lot of time with him. And I didn't really, I guess, appreciate it as much as I should. We never do. I met Aki when he was 7 years old, and I'll never forget it. I have to tell you guys this story because it's so funny, and I can still hear it in my head. He was 7, I must have been 21 at the time, and we were at a family's house in York, Pennsylvania. And this little Japanese boy comes up to me, I'm wearing shorts, and he rubs my hairy legs and he goes, "Why do you have a mustache on your leg?" He was a really funny kid. I always saw him when he was younger. He was always hand in hand with Shohei. You know, it was like the brains and the bronze. You know, I felt like together those two could take on any situation. Many years later, I had the opportunity and the privilege to hire Aki on in our kitchen. You know, I don't have a lot of requirements for people that work with me. The only requirement I have is that you're willing to work really hard, that you're able to receive coaching. And Aki had that in spades. He always worked incredibly hard. He was always trying to figure out what needed to be done. No task was beneath him. And once he learned how to do something, he could do it consistently every time without any added instruction needed. Aki faced a lot of challenges. And I don't know that many people knew about it. I certainly didn't know about it. We often had these kind of long talks or long extended silences, depending on the mood. But we would drive up to UTS together, and it would be a several-hour trip, you know, 3-4 hours sometimes, 4 or 5 if I had to go to the bathroom a lot, which was pretty awful. He would never get out of the car, by the way. We'd always stop at the gas station. You want anything? You want to come inside? No, I'm going to stay right here. He told me once that it felt like he had a 100-pound plate pressing on his chest at all times. And I think most people don't understand, or maybe you do understand, what anxiety feels like. You know, that kid that I met when he was 7 years old, he was afraid of bunny rabbits. I didn't understand it personally, but it was this pressure on his chest, this anxiety. And I never heard him complain about it, not one time. Maybe he had a shell-shocked expression on his face that I recognized very much so from my early days cooking, but he never complained about it. He saw it as a challenge. I remember one day we were driving up to UTS, and he after he told me about this weight on his chest, and he said, "But I gotta be a man. I gotta face it. I gotta be a man, you know." He saw it as an opportunity. One thing we were talking about was applying for jobs, and something about just walking into the building, going and applying for the job filled him with so much terror. But instead of saying, "I'm never going to do it," he said, "I'm going to do it as many times as I can. Maybe my sister can drop me off," and you know, and we talked about it. He really wanted to be a man. He told me that he wanted to take care of his parents. He saw his older brothers and sisters, you know, getting older, living their lives, and he knew. He said, "I'm going to take care of my mom and dad." It wasn't a burden for him. It was just another one of his challenges. Basketball. I want to talk about basketball, but I don't want to say too much because everybody knows he played basketball. But this kid never stopped. When I would pick him up, he'd show me these videos. We saw some of the videos of him taking half-court shots, you know, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. He tells me he wakes up, he can't go back to sleep, so what's he do? He goes and plays basketball. He really enjoyed his rivalries. His older brothers were big rivals of him. Shinky, Chris Mulba, big rivals. He was always talking that sometimes I'd pick him up in the car, and this guy, he would just be talking smack the whole time. I could tell he'd been training his butt off because he was just like, yo, when I see Shinji, I'm gonna destroy him with basketball. He would talk about his brothers. The last time I saw him, he was about 165 pounds. And I had to call Sunkook up on the phone right away and ask him how much he weighed. And I think he was like 130, 135 at the time. And I said, yo, Aki says he's gonna trash you. Yeah, you know, I like to start things up sometimes, you know. It's true. But he was ready for it. He was ready for it. He remembered getting crushed when he was younger, and so he was training to defeat them. I know that. Noritaka too. He was ready. He was so ready. He was interested in ghosts. If you've ever been to UTS, you know that this is probably a haunted place. It's big, it's dark, it's scary, and of course we would work all together in the kitchen, but when we were done, we would kind of go our separate ways sometimes we would stay together. And I remember one time he asked to have his room changed because he kept hearing his door rattling at night, you know? He's like, yo, you're not coming to my room and shaking my door? I'm like, no, man. I tried to tell him it's the air pressure, you know, a big building, air pressure, but he was absolutely convinced it was ghosts. He said, I really want to see one, man. I just want to know if it's real. But if 3 people were walking, okay, and Aki somehow found himself in the back position, he would notice right away and be like, hold on, man, come on. And shuffle his way to the front. He's not willing to find out by himself. The boy can eat mountains and mountains and mountains of rice. Enormous piles. Any kind of leftovers we had, he wouldn't even put it on a plate. I just put the semi-finished bins in front of him, and he would just kind of have a good time. He wanted to be big. He was really inspired by his older brothers. He was really inspired by basketball legends, and he knew he was small. He knew he was short. But it didn't stop him from really believing. He actually believed that he could play in the NBA if he trained hard enough. And then I think at a certain point, he finally realized he wasn't going to make it in the NBA. But that didn't stop him from still loving basketball. And so he set his sights on the next thing for him, and that was trade school. And he was not excited to leave home, you know? It was intimidating, but he was working himself up to it. And he wasn't going to let life hold him back, okay? I think he knew he wasn't going to be a rocket scientist, but he wasn't going to let that hold him back. He was going to find something he wanted to do. I think he was automotive technician, and I was impressed. I don't know how to fix a car, you know? I don't know anything about cars. He saw that, he decided this is what I'm going to learn. This is what I'm going to do, because I want to be a man. I'm going to keep working on myself. And I said, dude, you go to school right now, you're going to be making more money than all your brothers and sisters in just a couple of years. And he was ready for that. He told me he was afraid of dogs. I have a dog. My dog barks a lot when you come to the door, but after she gets used to you, she's very sweet, you know? And he told me one time that he wanted to come to my house early just so he could spend time with my dog. I said, why? He said, because I don't want to be afraid of dogs. The last conversation we had about that Shadow, you know, Aki came to the door was open, Shadow was barking. I said, dude, you could have just came in. He said, absolutely not. The dog gonna eat me, man. I tried telling him that would not happen. He was 100% guaranteed. I really was looking forward to proving him wrong, you know. I think the last last time I saw Aki, we didn't really speak much. He had just gotten back from a trip from Hershey Park, led by his sister Lena. My kids got to go on that, and I had a really good time with him. Josh kept telling me how Aki kept telling him his muscles were small and that he needed to lift heavy things. You know? And Josh says, but I only have 2 and 3 pound weights. He's like, would you have a bag of rice? You should lift that. Josh knows what to eat now because of Aki. Josh said, what about fish? No, fish is okay, but chicken's better. What about steak? It's okay, but chicken's better. This guy, he was proud to be Japanese, but he was also very American too. I took him to a Japanese like poke bowl sushi place. I get this, you know, sushi bowl is really delicious. This guy, chicken and rice. We go to Chipotle. I get a complicated bowl with all kinds of stuff. This guy, chicken and rice. It was all about the goal. It was all about bulking up and being strong. Oh, okay. I wanted to talk about, so one time we were playing, there's a game room at UTS, they had a ping pong table, and, you know, I'm not very good at ping pong, but I like to play. And so we played, and I beat him over and over and over again. And he took it with such good grace. And when we were done, I'm like, all right, I'm going up to my room. He goes, no, now we gotta play basketball. So I was like, all right, I'll give you a game. You know, we played a 13, okay? I used to play basketball when I was younger. I don't have any handles, but I can shoot, right? So we're playing, I score a point, I score another point, score another point. I think I'm doing pretty good, okay? And he goes, how many you got? I'm like, 10. He said, okay. I never scored a single point after that. He scored 13 consecutive points on me. He scored them from under the basket. He scored them from the three-point line. He really showed me who is the champion there. He deserved it. I'm really going to miss Aki. I think it's incredibly unfair that he had to leave this physical world at such a young age. I feel like he was trying so hard, he was working so hard, and that's what makes it so unfair to me, because I know people who have given up under less difficult circumstances. I know people that wouldn't try so hard, that would wallow in self-pity, but I never felt a single ounce of pity from him. I think the last thing I want to talk about, he really wanted that title. He really wanted to take first place at BCSF basketball. He was talking about it. He was working hard. And, you know, I just think that the team wasn't there, you know, from Philly. Everybody kind of dispersed. But he showed up with the team anyway. All his homies here from Philly, I assume, anyway. You know, I never saw these guys before in my life. But he showed up with a strong team, okay? And he did that. He led that team. He pulled them together. He was a leader in that moment. Okay, and he tried to go for the victory. He couldn't quite get it, but he tried, and he tried his hardest, you know? And that's what matters. He didn't stop because maybe I don't have the support that I want, or maybe, you know, my you know, the people I want on my team, or whatever. You know, he didn't let that stop him. He went for it, you know? And I know he was really upset when he didn't get that first place, but you know, I think they did really well. They did an amazing showing in the first set of games. Okay, I think they went undefeated, and I was impressed. I was absolutely impressed. So when we remember Aki, I want us to remember somebody who never stopped working hard, who was always trying. He was so determined to, you know, improve himself in one way or another, and I'm going to cherish that about him. And yeah, my condolences to the Iwasaki family. We love you very much, and we miss you, Aki, already. And we'll see you later. Thank you.
you for sharing with us. Our next testimony giver will be actually one of Aki's friends from school. So, yeah, I haven't met him personally, but from what I've heard, they're good friends, and also know that he moved away. But I heard every time he would come to Philly, he always make sure to visit Aki. And yeah, I know right now Aki would be very happy to see one of his old school friends coming to speak about him. So please help me welcome up our next testimony giver, Jazz Singh.
I would like to thank you everybody for giving me a chance to speak. Aki was a very kind person. A soul like Aki's is something you don't come by very often. I remember the first time I met Aki, he was in our high school class, and he was very awkward and shy. Like, he didn't talk a lot. But that same evening, I met him on the basketball court, and his personality just took a 180 turn. I remember he was talking trash, he was confident, and then he was so compassionate about the sport. I remember I scored the first 6 buckets, and he goes to me and looks like, oh, those were all luck, you're trash. So after the game was over, the weirdest thing was after the game was over, he said, your shot was bad, but could you teach me how to shoot? I'm like, wow, like, this is the first time I met somebody who first disrespects you and then tells you, hey, you got me out here? Yeah. And I also want to thank Mike to give me an opportunity to work with Aki at UTC. And just to let you know, it was me rattling the door. I was just messing with him that night. I was like, yo, this place seems really haunted. So, I'm sorry about that. I mean, that place is really scary. I gotta take opportunity of this. But I am really proud of Aki because the way he lived his life was special. He lived his life the way he wanted to live it. It was not bound by other people's opinions. I never heard him go like, hey man, I don't want to do this because some people might think I'm, weird or this or that. No, he did what he wanted to do because he liked it. And, and I moved to New York after some time, and every time I used to come in Philly, I would get a call. It was Aki all the time. Yo, Jess, I'll see you on the court. You know, right? Every time. So today it's kind of weird coming here and not getting that call. But I know he's practicing up there, so I gotta practice too. And I remember many times he would ask me for advice on basketball and everything, and I learned a lot from Aki too. One time he called me at 3 a.m. I thought it was 6 a.m. I was like, oh wow, it's early. And he was like, yeah, it's 3 a.m. I'm practicing. And it was just so weird. I was like, wow, like, that's some different type of passion. And it was something he really loved, and that's something I really loved about him. And I'm proud of him of everything he has achieved. He did not let anything stop him. If it was hard or if it was easy, he didn't think it was like, oh, it's going to be easy. He gave it his best. That was the best thing about him. He didn't take it easy. And from what I know about Aki is he used to tell me, hey, time is very precious. We should not waste it. And from what I know, if he would be here, he would tell us to, live on and be strong. We must live on for Akinobu Iwasaki. We must live on for those who are not here today. And we must live on for those who need lights in their dark lives. We must live on for those who need somebody to lean on. So I thank you everybody, and I thank you very much. Iwasaki family, please take it. Take care and have a good day.
Testimony. Now we have testimonies from 2 siblings. The first one will be Aki's older sister, closest in age. And yeah, I know just even from my personal experience, I can always see when she was taking care of him, thinking about him, talking with him, playing games with him, all of that. So I know they were very close and had great relationships. So please help me welcome up Mie Iwasaki.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. Yeah, I'm really amazed to see all of Aki's favorite people gathered, all right here, even up there. And I know, like Mike was saying, Aki's probably really happy and really proud of himself for being able to gather everyone here. He's probably chuckling or like laughing, and then he usually has his shoulders bobbed up and down like that. So I'm sure he's laughing and smiling a lot today. Yeah, and I think as I was thinking about what I was to share about Aki, there's just too many things. And some of the things that I'm sharing with you today about Aki is something I always wanted to tell him myself, but didn't get to. And something I hope he knows about himself too, that he can be really proud about himself. And that he deserves all the happiness in the world. And I had to write it down because there were just too many things. So, for those of you who know Aki personally, you will know that he is a very funny, kind, genuine, and brave, really brave boy. Because Aki and I are only 2 years apart, I have many memories of spending time with him. And with Shohei, our youngest brother, our youngest in the family. So it would just be like the three of us a lot of times. Back when I was in high school, we used to take a bunch of walks around the neighborhood together, mainly because at the time I didn't know how to drive, so I couldn't take my younger brothers anywhere special, so all I could do was take them on walks around the block. But looking back, those were one of my favorite memories and favorite moments with Aki. It was during those walks that Aki would talk about a bunch of things. He would talk about how hard math is in school. He would talk about how funny his friends are, but at the same time he would smack talk about them. And then jokingly, but he would also talk about the new basketball skills he's learning, and he would talk about some of his worries for the future. He would also talk about the new games he wanted to buy for like a Nintendo Switch. And just a bunch of things. Sometimes Aki or Shohei, they would want to walk a bit longer, so we would loop around the block a few more times, just enjoying each other's company and simply talking with each other, simply being present and laughing. And at the end of our walk, when the house comes into view, Aki would say, "Do you want to race?" And he says, "Let's see who gets to the house first." And we all know Aki's going to win, but we still race anyway. He would always win. Well, when we were younger, I would always win, but he got faster, so. But now, in just this past year, he became buffer and then he became more buffer, so he slowed down a bit. So he doesn't win anymore, but he still challenges all of his older siblings. He would challenge his friends. He would challenge our dad. My dad's getting old too, but he was still challenging. Yeah. He would say things like, oh, I'm getting old, or my back is hurting, or my knees hurting, I'm retiring. The point is that he is someone who loved spending good time with those he loved. It didn't matter if you were doing nothing. It didn't matter if you were doing something or doing something that he was scared of, as long as you meant quality time. So he's terrible at ice skating, but he would still go with Lena and some of the other younger kids from our church community. He is absolutely afraid of riding roller coasters, but just last month he went to Hershey Park with some family friends and the youth group. He doesn't really like shopping for too long, but still he came on a trip to New York City with his older sisters because he meant spending time together. And Aki was someone who really knew, he really knew the value of relationship. He was someone who would let you know that you are important to him and that he loves you with his presence. He doesn't really say things like, I love you, or I care about you, or thank you for being here, you mean a lot to me. He doesn't say those things. But you would know by his actions, his expressions, and his presence. That speaks for him. Aki was someone who was really genuine in all of his relationships, his friendships, his family. Aki was also a scaredy cat, so he was afraid of many, many things. He's physically strong and buff, but every day he would show off his muscles. He would talk about all the hard workouts he just did, and he would also pretend to box with you, even though all you're doing is just standing there. Like I could be washing the dishes in the kitchen, and all of a sudden I turn around and he starts pretending to like box with you. So yes, he was strong, and he was proud of it. He was also still a scaredy cat. So like Mike was saying, dogs scared him. Small ones too. They could just be walking on the other side of the sidewalk, completely like far, far away, but he would see it. And he would shuffle himself around to the other side of you, to be further away from the dog. And you would think, oh, why is he moving over there? And you look to the other side and you see there's a dog there. He was also scared of cats, but my older sisters brought cats to our house recently, or it's been like 6 months. So he's been working on, he worked on really overcoming that fear, and now their cat sleeps in the same room with him. Yeah. And even like sometimes turning on the stove at home scared him. So it was just a bunch of small things that scared him. But the thing is, when it came to the things that really mattered, he was the bravest. He was the absolute bravest. Even when his dream to become a professional basketball player seemed so far away, and when he felt like giving up, he never stopped trying. He loved basketball so much and looked up to players like Michael Jordan, Stephen Curry, Kobe Bryant, and Hachimura, so much that he would even wake up 2 in the morning to practice. I know you guys said 5, 4, 3. He also started doing 2 in the morning. It wasn't enough. Initially, yeah. And I would ask him like, why are you waking up so early? Or actually, no. One time, when I first realized that he was going to practice 2 in the morning, it was because I was staying awake at 2 in the morning, and then he sits down on the couch and starts putting his shoes on, and it takes time for him to put his shoes on because there's so many laces. But so he just diligently just putting on his shoelaces. I'm wondering like, where is he going? It's 2 in the morning. So I asked him, where are you going? And he's going, I'm going to Pollock, the elementary school he went to before. There's a basketball court there. So he said, I'm going to Pollock. I'm like, why are you going? Did you go to sleep? Wait, what? But he went to sleep early, woke up early, extremely early, and went. And I would ask him, like, isn't it scary? It's really dark out. What if there's like strangers there? Like, what if, you know, like something bad happens? Like, will you be okay? He's like, yeah, it's okay. No one's there. No one's at the court. And I like it like that because he can hug the court for himself. And if it was raining outside or snowing, he would be in the basement practicing his handles or exercising. And when the backyard of our house became too small for him and all the skills he's been learning, he would jog about a mile away to a bigger basketball court there. Some days he would ask me, my mom, or my other sisters to drive him to another park, with a better court at like 5:30 in the morning too. That was him, 5:30 in the morning. That was him being considerate about our schedule. Not 2 in the morning. And honestly, Aki never gave up on the things he loved, no matter the difficulties. He did his best in everything he did. One last thing I want to share about Aki is his kindness. Honestly, I wasn't the greatest or nicest sister to Aki growing up. I'm the closest, I think I'm the one who fought with him the most. I've said words I never should have said before, and I wronged him many times. I broke my promises with him all the time. And even when I hurt him so much in the past, he held no resentment. Every time I try to apologize to him for how I hurt him, he would always say, why are you saying that? It's all in the past, don't worry about it. He always said, don't worry about it. His kindness allowed him to forgive. Even when I hurt him, even when there were other people around him who hurt him, he forgave and forgave and forgave and kept moving forward. He was always looking ahead. He never let whatever pains he experienced in his life hold him back from living out his potential. He never missed out on all the exciting things life had in store for him. Just a few days before he went to the trade school he was planning to study at, he talked about how he wanted to learn how to drive. He was scared, he was afraid, he was so nervous to learn how to drive. So he would always ask me, like, okay, like, how do you drive? Is it scary? Like, what if, blah, blah, blah. Aki also talked about going into just like fixing cars and stuff. He also talked about maybe becoming a basketball coach in Japan because he knew Japanese basketball players aren't that good. He said, I'm gonna teach them. But regardless of all the things he had in store for him, or he had in mind, all the things he wants to do, all the exciting things he wants to try, he lived his 19 to 20 years of his life to the absolute fullest. He lived day to day as if it were 1,000 days. And I think everyone gathered here today are truly a testament to the victorious life he has lived. He has such good fortune to have met the best people possible during his 19 years, almost 20. His birthday is next month. And he will forever be remembered in our hearts, in my heart, and my memories, as the best younger brother and friend. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you so much, Mia. Thank you for sharing those beautiful experiences and beautiful moments that you had with Aki. And yeah, thank you so much. Now we have our final testimony. Final testimony of the day will be from another sibling, the older brother of Aki, and I know they were very close. I remember, even just personally, Aki would always talk about how excited he was to see this brother to get haircuts from him. He loved his haircuts a lot, and also to play basketball. Next up we'll have the brother, and then we talk about Iwasaki.
Wow, that's a lot of people. Thank you so much for coming today. I didn't prepare too much because I wanted Aki to kind of like speak through me. I was thinking like how he might see us, like, you know, after him at the hospital, the family together, you know, as everybody's here, as we were at home, just spending time just together with family, just hanging out, you know, and we just like inviting the spirit, you know, he's here with us, right? And he talks through different people, and it's interesting. I was talking to Mike, and he was telling me those stories, and I was just cracking up, you know. I was talking to Dan, I was talking to everybody here today, you know, and about just little small stories of him. Just reminds me of his smile, of his spirit. He still makes you laugh till this day, you know. He's probably still well, and he cracks me up, makes me laugh, gives me that passion, that energy to keep going. I remember basketball was something that I and my brother, coming from Red Hook, New York, coming to Philly, it wasn't the type of environment that we were used to. I got bullied, people made fun of me. I was small, I was skinny. Basketball was something that gave me strength. It was something that I practiced hard. I don't know if I could do 4 in the morning, but I used to go 6, 7. Sports Fest to get first place was actually one of my dreams as well. To build a team together. All these things I shared with Aki, and I didn't know that too much. Like I know he wanted to play ball with me all the time. You know, I was like, man, you're so annoying, man. Come on, all right, let's play ball. All right, let's get some hoops in. I taught him how to talk smack. I'm sorry. And yeah, we would go about it, because when I was young, I had a hard time building my confidence. I was a small Asian kid. I just had a hard time communicating my thoughts. I was that quiet kid at school. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't, you know. But as I grew up, I also knew that I had to step up, to be a man, to be strong. You know, looking at my dad, I'm looking at him like, yes, I gotta be like that. You know, that's a lot to handle. And I would do the same thing, you know, to Aki. Like, all right, this is what you gotta do. This is what it takes to be a man. This is what you gotta do. You gotta be tough, okay? You know, challenges. And that's how it was. I was pretty much reflecting anything that I took for myself. It was just like me. It's kind of like I always wanted that little brother. I always wanted somebody that would come at me, challenge me. You know, come at me. And that way it would challenge me to become better. I always wanted to be second place, not first, because it would make you want to get there, you know, to achieve higher, to get better. That spirit, let's honor that. We're all here today as brothers and sisters. Like, I wasn't there for him this past 5 years. I was in Japan. I was doing my barber thing over there, and I would see these progresses. I would see these progresses from my mom. She would send me these videos of Aki training hard. And he wants to beat me. He wants to beat my brother Seong. And for us, we don't let him win. That's what we do. That's what a big brother do. And so I always give him a challenge, and it was close. You know, I would play with flip-flops first. Let me get some shoes. Let me tie it up a little bit. You know what? Let's warm up a little. Let me take my jacket off. You know, and we'll keep talking this back and forth. And that was, in a weird way, how we exchanged love. And it was a way how we expressed love. It wasn't the best way, because we did fight a lot. We fought so much. But yeah, he would keep coming at you. And that was intimidating, you know? And every year, you'll see the progress, every year. And he is bigger than me. He's got some wide shoulders. You know, he is bigger than me. He learned tennis, wrestling, basketball, anything you get your hands on. He was very active. And I was all about building that confidence because I too had anxiety, nervousness, and I still have that, you know. But you have to overcome it. We're all given these challenges and we hear all these testimonies and it's all about the challenge, how to overcome it. And we could learn that from each other and we learned that through his spirit. You know, they say like he was looking up to me a lot, I look up to him. I look up to him. And yeah, I could really feel him sometimes, you know. I was like, you know, playing ball by myself in the park, you know, and he would like teach me. That's not how you shoot. That's a broke shot. That's not it. We were like, I could hear his voice. It's not a voice, it's like this feeling. You just feel it. And it's weird, you know, sometimes you can start feeling these tingles and call me crazy, but you can feel it. You can feel his presence and you just gotta keep calling his name and, you know, just talk to him, you know, just casually, you know. And it's a very interesting way to take him back to Japan, because that was what we had planned after his trading school. He was gonna come with me to Japan. I was gonna take care of him. He was the first one to be born in Japan. He was the only one to be born in Japan. He had a very deep connection with his grandmother. Not a lot of people have a deep connection with their grandparents. Especially my grandmother, she was alone all the time. She was surrounded by cats. Always cats. Like her cats will be priority over us. That's okay. And Aki just bonded with my grandmother so much. And I think there was a special connection there. They understood each other's hearts. They just wanted to be there for each other, you know. I had a special connection with my grandmother as well. I was there with her for 3 years. I was living in Japan with her for 3 years, and we lived together. It was like 10 cats in the household. Yeah, it's crazy, you know. And that was the plan for Aki to come out and for the three of us to live together. And we're gonna go play ball. Yeah, we're gonna do that together, you know. But I want to carry his spirit. I'm gonna keep on playing ball, and I'll take that back to me in Japan. There's no basketball courts in Japan. So I want to build a basketball court. There's so many things that he inspires me to do right now. It's crazy. There's so many things that I have to do it. I have to do it. He wants me to do it. He has these really small hands, a big heart. Fouled me so much. Every time he can't get the ball, he'll be so frustrated he'll foul me. Every time. That was it. Whatever it takes, you gotta win. That's what I taught him. I taught him that. You can't blame him. He's small hands, he's fast, he's so quick, you know. His Instagram, all his passwords were like, fastest shooter. Iron Samurai. I love it. I love it. He just wanted to be a fast shooter. People say he had a disadvantage or his hands are small, whatever. I mean, it's his heart. You hear it? A man is his heart.
Yeah.
A person is his heart. He was a strong man. He was a tough man. Beautiful, handsome, smart, genius. I wish I saw him during Sports Fest. Give him a call. I wanted to know how he was doing because I get excited. You know, that's how we related. We talk about sports. We just talk about like bro things. You know, we're just bros. You know, like you don't have to say much. We just like, you know, just like, hey, what's up, man? Good, cool. You know, just bros, this is what we do. You know, but we communicated through heart. I think that's the next language. Maybe we're just like supposed to like get rid of all this like, you know, just you said this, I said this, yada yada yada, language. But being in a different country right now, I also learned that language is just language. It's just sounds. It's just. But we are like electric, magnetic beings where we kind of like have these frequencies and vibrations where we kind of like tune in with each other, and I could feel this. This is unity. This is true love. This is it. Aki's right here, probably laughing. You know, he's cool like that. Now he's my little brother. Every little thing I give him with this, like, you know, shirts. Like, I give him, like, shirts that were, like, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. He still has it all worn out. I gave him some ball shoes. He wore it until it's just, like a mess. You know? Like, his soles of his shoes would just be broken. His laces will be all ripped apart. That was the last shoes he was wearing. He was wearing my, I think it was a Kobe Dunks, or it was some shoes I gave him. He kept it, every one of them, he kept it. You know, for me, it was just like me just giving him something that I don't need, you know. But for him, he treasured it. So, yeah, when I see that, man, that hits you, you know. And it's so precious to me now. Each one of these things that he collected, it. He would have all these like Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. He doesn't even ask for like the rarest or the most, you know, like the nicest cards. It was like what he liked. It was the picture. If it looks good, it's good. I mean, it was so simple. He just likes the simple things. He wasn't complicated. He just wanted to talk. He just wanted to hang. He just wanted to be with you. He was so simple. And sometimes I overcomplicate things. I think in my head, and you know, I have to do this, manners and all this and that. And, you know, how I talk to my little brother, I have to be, you know, I have to be big bro. So, you know, I'll change my tone a couple notches, you know. That's how we related, but like looking up to him now, you know, I look up to him. I look up to him a lot. So yeah, to honor his spirit, you know, we're just trying to play ball today, you know. Probably get some people together, do something tomorrow. I'm free. I just want to like get more people to like hang out. Let's have fun. Let's have all these conversations and laugh about one another. You know, talk smack sometimes. We don't have to be all, you know. It's all love at the end of the day, you know. It's all love, you know. I love you all. You're my family. I truly feel that more closer, the more. I haven't seen a lot of you in so long. I really feel like Aki brought me here. Akinobu Iwasaki. And I really feel like spirit world needed him. Maybe God needed him. I know God even needed him. I think that's why he was called for. I wish it was me, but he was called for. And it's something that only he can do. But because he's not a coward. He was always shooting for number one. He's like, that's a shooter. He's the best. I can still like picture his smile, right? And that's how we should carry each other's spirit. I'm sure many of us, we've probably lost friends, families. You carry on the spirit, you talk to them. You talk to them, you have these conversations, and it becomes special, it becomes unique, it becomes your own. And I have this relationship with him till this day, so this is his physical body. Proud physical body, but his spirit is here with us. So let's carry his spirit, you know.
Yes.
Let's all like, you know, share love with one another. And I'm truly grateful. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you, Nori. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really love what you said. You know, really want to honor his spirit because clearly from what we've heard, we've learned so much, even in the simple lessons or in the small things or small things that he showed us. We can take so much from that. And I know he would be so happy hearing all these things. He's definitely smiling, laughing, maybe crying. No, he won't be crying. He's man. It's tough. But yeah, I just think I really agree the best way we can honor him is carry his spirit with us in everything we do. Yeah, so let's give a round of applause to all of our testimony givers. So many other people also have great stories and experiences that they have had with him. So, you know, I really encourage you guys all to share with one another or post about it, you know, make a tribute about it, whatever, you know, allow these experiences of his life to carry on and live on. Yes, okay, so now we will go on to our next part. We will have a Seong message and address from Reverend Akinobu Shiroda, the senior pastor of Clifton Family Church and senior pastor of Subregion 1. So please help me welcome up Reverend Akinobu Shiroda.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, thank you for all the testimonies. I didn't personally know Aki. I do know several of the Iwasaki family, particularly Pastor Shota. We know each other a little bit. So I was really honored that you asked me to come and share a message. Yeah, again, I feel like through the testimonies, I could get to know Aki. And the one thing that really stood out was he was like the quintessential younger brother, you know, wanting to beat his older brothers and be better all the time. So, yeah, I could feel that spirit, and I can feel it today, living on. Yeah, today, one of the main things I'm kind of hoping to convey, I really want to encourage Aki to take his next step in his life. And I also want to encourage those who survived him, his family, his friends, similar to what you heard from the testimonies, to really keep his spirit alive. So that's my hope. Part of that is actually President Damien Dunkley, the chair of the Family Federation for World Peace Unification, or our Unification Church National Community. He wanted to offer a message to the family. So I was asked to also share a message on his behalf, and then I'll add just a few comments after that. So this is a message from President Damien Dunkley and Yumiko Dunkley. Our beautiful, beloved second-generation brother, Akinobu Iwasaki, is going today to the heavenly spiritual world. Our hearts go out to Akinobu's family, his parents, Shota and Yuki, and his siblings, Songkook, Noritaka, Sumi, Lina, Mie, Shohei, and the whole Iwasaki family. We offer you our prayers and encouragement. When we first heard of Aki's hospitalization, we were moved to rally our youth to pray fervently for him. But though Aki's life on earth was cut short, we know the impact of his life is much greater than what can be measured in the span of his 19 years with us. His family and many friends know a loving and compassionate person who has touched the lives of all those around him. Though we do not really understand the ways of our Heavenly Parent, we can be assured of God's ever-present love, as Isaiah 41:10 reminds us. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. We are sure that Aki's spirit will not waver as he takes his next step into this world of love and the realm of eternal life. And so today, we join in the Seong ceremony to celebrate Aki's life and thank him for his devotion, for his love, and for his life. And send him off with all our love as he goes into the heavenly realm. True Father taught us that just as a newborn baby cannot comprehend life on earth emerging from the mother's womb, we on earth cannot fully grasp how vast and magnificent life is in the spiritual world. For our Heavenly Parent, our passing is a new birth into the realm of love, and there is no separation between the physical and spiritual realms. True Father said, "The moment we enter the spirit world should be a time of joy and victory, as we enter with the fruits born of our life on earth. It is a time for those remaining on earth to send off the departed with joy. That is the way of the sacred and noble Seong ceremony. The first step that the spirit of the departed takes towards enjoying eternal life in attendance of God within his embrace." Our beloved Aki, though we are sad at your sudden departure, we are proud of your life on earth and send you to God's bosom with love, honor, and gratitude. We're all praying for your safe journey. May God's eternal blessing and love be with you. Damien and Yun Kodaku, Regional Chair and President. So, not sure what else to add. But you know, when I first heard about Aki's situation, we were preparing for a major gathering in Las Vegas of all of our youth in our community. And immediately I felt like there's some kind of, connection, or, because whenever we do a major event, we're also, as organizers, we're concerned about safety. And so when I heard about his hospitalization, I was really concerned. And even at the main event, we were able to offer a prayer all together. We're talking like 1,200 plus, like second, third, and young first generation of our community, offering a prayer together. And even on Sunday afterwards, I remember I was in touch with Shota-san about the situation, and President Damien asked the senior pastors of our nationwide community to come to the prayer hall and pray a desperate prayer together with the youth leaders, really imploring to God why at such a young age he had to go. And we prayed together desperately if there was any way for his life to be spared, but at the same time offering to, for whatever reason, to offer the situation and trust in God that something good will come out of this. And I couldn't help but, my heart went out to Shota-san, Yuki-san. I'm still kind of young, but actually my son's 19. So I can't imagine what it's like to lose a child, especially a child that has so much passion for life, how much more he wanted to do. So my heart went out to the parents first, really. So sorry for your loss. and to the siblings. I know some of you. Yeah. At the same time, I am reminded by watching all of us here, what a beautiful community that we have. That we can all gather as one, as an extended family to celebrate his life. It's so precious, and it's because of our larger community, and also because of Father and Mother Moon as really the founders of our global community, that we can actually feel each other as brothers and sisters. So maybe the final thought that occurred, that I'll share as I was listening to the testimonies was, again, I don't know him personally, but I think he won't mind me saying this. I did feel his competitive spirit, and I could see him being really proud, look at all these people that showed up. I could really feel that kind of spirit. And I could also feel him squirming. Mie, when you were telling that he was a scaredy cat, he was like, no, don't say that! But then at the same time, I could feel when his elder brother Nori was like, no, man, he was proud, he was amazing, he was awesome, and then he's like, yeah. So I can really feel that spirit of his living on in his siblings, in the community. And so really the best way to honor someone's life is to acknowledge what they did mean to you, and that spirit to carry it on. I was encouraged by your desire to make basketball courts in Japan. I'm sure he would love that. But yeah, whatever memory that you hold of him, to find a way to live it in his memory, in his honor. That's really the best way to honor people. So thank you so much again for inviting me to share. And yeah, let's encourage Aki. I'm sure he's going to be talking smack in spirit world and encouraging everyone to do their best, no matter what, right? He's a really brave soul. No matter what his anxiety, his challenges, he still, did his best. So let's learn from that, and let's keep that in mind as we move forward. Thank you so much.
Quite obviously, I'm not Danny, but we're going to be going into the flower offering now, and so I'd like to invite the family. I'll be taking over emceeing for a few minutes, but I'd like to invite the families to go around. And so, following the family, we're going to slowly have the reserved seats, and then from the front, slowly going back row by row. But again, please go around the back, and then we'll be picking up a flower from these ladies on the side, and then offering them, and then returning to your seats around. So again, please don't just come up through the middle, please go around the back so we can have a clean flow of traffic. So and all the guests sitting in the front of the reserve row, you make your way around and start lining up behind. Wait, yeah, you can go back.
To stand right there, and one of you stand right here. So you can come guide them.
for everyone else after offering your flowers, just really to offer a vow of greeting the family, and you can spend a longer time greeting and fellowship afterwards. For now, for the sake of time, we'll just do a simple vow of the family. Just a reminder for all guests after all these flowers, again, we don't have too much time. We have a lot of people lining up. You guys. Feel free to greet them longer. Girls are.
I love the ceremony.
Great love and hope to the whole family. Yes, we're so blessed. We're so blessed. You're here, right? You're staying here. I'm not doing you're staying here. I got you.
Your whole family has providential, victorious feet. Every one another you gave me hope for the world. Showing up this world. What you share. You guys are like my family. My height You're there. Okay, I just wasn't sure if it was.
You got such a big family. Everybody wants to hug.
No. I go on Wednesday now.
Good to see you here. I know you're 母さんと話してくれてありがとうございます。本当にありがとうございます。
一番上のお姉ちゃん。スピーチが良かったよ。頑張ろうね。
頑張りましょう。
私も主人はね、30年よ。売ってから30年。
頑張りましょう。頑張りましょう、先輩。頑張りましょう。すごいね。ありがとうございます。ありがとう。じゃあまた会いましょう。会いましょう。Thank you so much for coming. It's so good to see you all healthy and everything. Oh my god.
No.
Like from when she was before he was born, and then like this old lady, and like on top of this, oh no, something aside. I'll find you.
Yes, Bob. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Get us speed up because there's a lot more people.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Decided to like. I'm not offended. I'm not offended. Sit down.
Mom said you got wait. Mom said wait. Can I exit through there? Come back through there? Good. Yeah. Testimonies were awesome.
Let's run.
That story with the ghost doors came full circle, bro. Oh shit. It's meant to be. No, that shit was meant to be, bro. That shit was meant to be. That's it, man. I know, he's like, what the fuck, man? Man, ghosts are real, bro. Yeah. I think it's hilarious. Mike mentioned it. He mentioned it. Closure right
Please just offer a bow and walk back to the seat. We will have more time for greeting the families later downstairs. Please offer a quick bow and serve to the seats.
I need to find the volunteers for downstairs.
Something What's up, bro? We go outside?
You won't sound the alarm.
You can go out there. It's just
It's just to go pee. It's just to go pee.
It's just the wind. You're good. The wind takes the flowers away.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You do more.
It's a bad minute.
Yeah.
feel at all mean it? Have you always
I have a video for you. To shave someone's hair in my classroom. To your dad.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Wow.
I'm thinking. Thank you. See you? Did you? Is it your class? Yeah. Okay. And then, good. You're very American. Yes. I mean, you are very American. They must see you coming like a mile away.
You should see me in Japan. I'm super happy.
Really?
Like completely opposite.
Another reminder of just went out of program from February, you have a time schedule.
Yeah. Good one.
And we'll have more time to read them afterwards.
I know. I just don't remember, like, don't stand up. You told me just he became the person, like, you always wanted to be. Like, all the things that you were trying to be like, hey, this is what you need to be. You know, you were trying to be that, and you did it.
I was pushing that out there. That was what I was like, this is not easy. Yeah.
Sorry, everybody, everybody please listen up. I understand everyone would like to thank the family, but please just offer a quick bow. Yes. Thank you. Everyone, offer a quick bow and please return to your seat. You'll have plenty of time afterwards to do
I know, it's like, yes.
and you can have more time afterwards.
Oh, I guess that's not French. Maybe out there.
I would love you all if I had a chance. I love you all.
Better listen to her.
They stopped over. Like, I don't want to go to work.
We knew exactly. Yeah, so let me go to the bathroom, let me go outside, let me go to the convenience store, let me go to CVS.
You always come to work. He was saying that Aki would always look out for Josh and there's something here. Yeah.
I'm probably the one who least see everybody. So. How do you feel? Oh my god, you're so cute. Oh my gosh, you are so cute. She is my favorite. Used to hang out with her in Tokyo. Used to be in Tokyo.
後でみんなで話して。
God bless you. Yes, yes, thank you.
I haven't seen Fred in so long. He's a good kid.
Alright, once again, just a reminder, please, we are going past our schedule, so we will have a lot of time after to give the family. Please, once again, just a quick bow to the family, and please continue back to your seats. We will have plenty of time to speak with them afterwards.
Marcatelli. I was trying to tell you, Marcatelli. Yeah, he has a bunch of brothers. You guys can take it. Yeah, I know.
He's at the curb center.
I'll see you guys after. Peace.
What's up, Randy? I miss you, man. Come in.
Thank you, man. Thank you again.
play some ball, man. Let's get that ball in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, say less. Say no more. Say no more.
Yeah, we got kids. Bro.
Yeah, we have another one. That's how long we've been gone. Yeah.
Gotta meet the fam. It's good to see you. Thank you for talking.
See you, man. Man, I shouldn't be standing here. Then I'll be greeting everybody. See you. Adios, gozaimasu. Thank you so much. Yeah, chilling. Adios, gozaimasu. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. I should not be standing. Adios, gozaimasu. Adios, gozaimasu. Thank you. Thank you. Adios, gozaimasu.
Yourself.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for being here. See you. Thank you so much. See you. See you. That's beautiful, majestic here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Alrighty, I believe guys, everyone, all done. Alright, thank you guys so much. We finished the flower offering. I just feel so much love and so much warmth in this room. Isn't it just amazing? Like this offering for Aki, it's just amazing. Let's give him a round of applause. Sincere heart of really showing up and showing love to the family, showing love to Aki, and just what a wonderful community we have. You know, friends and family, everyone who came. It's really amazing. We're now going to go into the ending part, but last but not least, we'll have some final words from the family. And for that, I would like to welcome Aki's parents, Shota and Yuki Iwasaki.
Thank you very much. Thank you for really inviting me. Just really, to really celebrating this so much ceremony. I guess when he was taken into emergency on October 7th, on Wednesday, since then I had to call out to Alice from our ministry. She then immediately called out because of my son's heart stop and resuscitated on. The doctor asked us to be there quickly. We didn't know what happened at the school where it is 2 weeks of her
learning, training, and I was really moved. Anyway, my wife was just, I was traveling, quietly traveling all the way highway for 4 hours to Johnston, where is a medical hospital, emergency room. When she walks in there, Aki was almost lifeless, almost, but yet I saw my wife completely broke down in tears. Completely. I was supposed to pick me up 3 days later on Saturday, but we didn't expect to actually travel into the emergency room to meet him and saw him. And since then, for 1 week, we've been fighting. We've been going through the roller coasters. Meanwhile, my wife just as this helicopter transporting him from the emergency to a bigger hospital in Pittsburgh. She stepped out of the car, she shouted to the transporter, the helicopter, "Aki, gambate!" Just like that. And I will see you there, I will see you soon. She just got out of there shouting, and I just saw how the level of mother is incredible, tremendous, way beyond mine, you know. And the mother crying, talking to him, traveling an hour and a half to her at Pittsburgh University Medical Center. She's been talking to him. And I just focused driving, make sure I'm not going to lose myself. And when she got there, she and I were just traveling. We went through the roller coasters anyway. A lot of experience, but first of all, I'd just like to tell everybody that because of your prayer, I don't know how many prayers we have received. How many prayers for Aki. Thank you for really, Mr. Takino as a really channel for Koran and to the Clifton Ministry, to Koran. Everybody start praying for us, morning devotions and people praying for us. And I just like to say thank you for, there's so many people I thank for. And I just like to thank you for President Dunkley for really sending us kind messages, you know, encouraging us so much. Thank you for the Pastor Okim for connecting with others and trying to really make sure everybody, Yasu also was sent, spoken to the youth ministry leaders, and there were thousands of people praying for him. And also, of course, and Alice, and also Reverend, and of course, Rachel Jenkins have been praying for us and called me 3 or 4 times, and he sent me texting messages. And also thank you for the Pittsburgh families who constantly inviting us and accommodating us to their house, and a meal, big dinner meals, and we just no energy, no power to even to cook or eat, because we just went through so much roller coaster there. But they helped us so much. Well, thank you for Chris Bush for help us with right now preparing for this ceremony. Without him, I think it would bring much into chaos. And thank you for Chair Consuelo. She's also organizing everything and for us. You know, Aki's life, yes, 19 years, but I know that he had received probably 70 years worth of love that he had received. I'm talking about the spirit world filled with love. And he had received the 70 years worth of love he received. In other words, he lived a life of almost 90 to 100 years old. I mean, we are so free traveling the spirit world, and because how much he had received love from you. So things that he couldn't do in here, that he can do a lot there. So for that, his dream has come true. The dream he talks about to become an NBA player, he can now. He can jump, and he can do a dunk shot. He can play with the Kobe Bryans, and he can play with them too as well. They're all the great NBA players. Not only that, but he's a warrior. He's a samurai. He always talks about samurai warrior. So he's leading a massive armies. So definitely trying to defend and protecting. And he's a very compassionate person too. He learned how to be more compassionate. He reached to this level of greatness. So he learned how to be compassionate to all the second generations. When you're all going through something, he's right there with you. I'm sure he's going to be out there with you, encouraging you, sympathizing you, empathizing you, being compassionate to you. So thank you all the teachers from our Washington, George Washington, thank you. You really trusted Aki, right? Thank you. And because of it, he had an incredible life. Final year of his George Washington was one of the best years he had. So we're just so grateful. And Aki had an incredible life. 19 years of packed, incredible life. Received so much love, too much love. And we're truly proud of that. And Nixa, you want to say a few words? You want to say a few words? Sending you off right now, and the final 3 people that would also like to recognize is the youth pastors, right? Karen Suzuki, Jahyun Yon, and also Jacob, who really trusted him and trying to raise him up as the sound person during the Sunday service. So she always loved to join me together, traveling to Sunday service. So thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. This was truly amazing. I really feel like this is, Aki is really the fruit of your love, and your whole family, beautiful family, is really the fruit of your guys' love. So, yeah, thank you guys so much. Now we will go into our closing benediction prayer, and for that I would like to welcome up Pastor Crescentia DeGody.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here to celebrate the incredible life of Akinobu Iwasaki. Please now let's join together in a final prayer. Dear most beloved Heavenly Parents, our Creator, our loving God, Heavenly Parent, we thank you so much for your presence here in this place today. We thank you for this celebration of life, the Samwa ceremony. Heavenly Parent, we know that first and foremost, Akinobu Iwasaki is your precious son, and that you've loved him from the beginning to the end and to now and to onward. Heavenly Parent, we know that he is surrounded in your heavenly embrace. Heavenly Parent, even though we know that he is going into your loving embrace and moving on to the next phase of his exciting life's journey into the spiritual realm, we can't help but feel the pain of sadness of not having Akinobu on this earth with us anymore. Heavenly Parent, this one young man's life touched so many. So many in large and small ways have been impacted by him. He leaves a legacy of love behind him. Heavenly Parent, those thoughts, those memories, those experiences live on forever in the hearts and the minds of those who have gathered here to love him and celebrate him today. Heavenly Parent, we pray that you will continue to be with all those as they mourn the loss, but also cherish the memory of Akinobu. We especially want to offer words of love and comfort and encouragement to Aki's mama and papa, Reverend Shota and Miyuki-san, who loved him so much, so dearly throughout his lifetime, and will continue forever to love him. And to please be with each one of his siblings, which are so precious to him, and him so precious to them.
Yes.
With Sungkook and Sunmi, Noritaka, Lina, Mie, and Choe.
Yes.
Please comfort their hearts.
Yes.
Give them encouragement in the times to come.
Yes.
Let them live on and give voice to the parts of Aki that only they can do as his siblings. Let them cherish him in their heart and never forget it, and live their lives to the fullest, honoring their lives as well. Heavenly Parent, please be with his friends and his teachers, his relatives, his community members, all those who love him and cherish him. Give them your heart today. Heavenly Parent, now as we send him off into the next life, the next phase of his exciting journey, Heavenly Parent, we send him off as your champion.
Yes.
We send him off as your victor.
Yes.
Heavenly Parent, for he was a fighter.
Yes.
He brought vigor to his life. He faced his demons. He faced his struggles. And he gave it his all, Heavenly Parent. So we celebrate Aki today.
Yes. Yes.
We cheer him on as he takes his victory lap and he goes into his next life, into the spiritual world. Heavenly Parent, let him find joy. Let him find laughter. Let him find excitement. Let him find all that his heart desires in this next life. Let him soar freely onto every court, onto every space where his heart would wish to dwell. Heavenly Parent, we pray that he can really be welcomed in to your bosom, welcomed into your heart, and that he would be warmly received by those who've gone before him and given their loving embrace in the spiritual world. Heavenly Parent, we thank you so much again for your presence and your love and your spirit. And we take with us all that you've given us in this precious time together in this Seong ceremony. And we ask that you would continue to journey with each one as they go from this place, in remembrance and cherishing those memories of your beloved son, Akinobu Iwasaki. Heavenly Parent, all of this I now want to offer on behalf that have gathered here. And in my name, Leighton and Crescentia Godi of West Central Family, Adieu.
Okay, thank you very much. Now we'll go into our almost ending part, wonderful cheerful tradition that we have. Of course, some of you guys may know it, cheers for what we're going to say. But to explain that and to go through with all that, I would like to invite up Shogo.
Alright, everyone, so please feel free to rise. And so, I'm sure many of you are familiar, but just in case you aren't, we have a beautiful tradition inside of the Family Federation where we offer up any kind of victory as cheers of Okumansei, meaning an eternity of victory. And so we offer up the Heavenly Parent, and so just to bring God into this. And so I'll be doing 3 cheers. It's the first one for our Heavenly Parent, and after I say that, everyone cheers Okumansei, and then true parents, and then finally for the victorious life and ascension of Akinobu Iwasaki. And the first 2 I'm going to be doing in Korean as the tradition. So, is everyone ready? Yes! 사랑하신 하늘 부모님! 승리하신 조지 전 부모님! For the victorious life and ascension of Akinobu Iwasaki!
right in front of the pew.
On behalf of Aki's family, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here today. As we process out of church, I'd like to send an invitation to all of you to join the family downstairs for a meal. But most importantly, on behalf of Aki's family, once again, thank you for your comfort, support, and most importantly, your prayers during this time. Thank you very much. You may be seated.
Everyone please rise. And you can face the center, and as you go like an opera bow.
All bearers, forward inside. Forward inside. You can actually press your leg. Just put your hand over the top. Come around this side. Same here. Same here. Just put your hand over the top.
Once again, please join the family downstairs for light refreshment. If you need to go, it's fine as well, but if you'd like to spend more time with the family sharing, please feel free to join us downstairs for refreshments.